The movement really started in the 60s because of dumping and neglect that was happening in San Luis Creek right through downtown SLO, and a Cal Poly professor named Dick Kresha decided to rally some community members around it and say that we should be protecting our natural resources, we should be caring for our wildlife and our creeks. Eventually it was decided that a nonprofit was needed, an environmental center was needed, and ECOSLO got its start in 1971 and was officially incorporated in 1972 as a nonprofit, as the Environmental Center of SLO. And so soon after we started as a nonprofit, the recycling center started, and ECOSLO was the recycling center for 25 years. Before blue bins, there were volunteers crushing cans and bottles by hand.
At the time, ECOSLO was the only recycling opportunity in San Luis Obispo.
We used to take junk to the ECOSLO yard back when we first moved here 44 years ago.
And over time we set up satellite drops throughout the county, and we had a 5-ton stateside pickup that would drive around and pick up glass and aluminum and newspaper. One of the first curbside programs in the nation, really, and now it's commonplace to do that.
During my tenure, we shifted from recycling-centered work to grant-centered and partnership work with regional agencies and organizations because recycling was already a mainstream curbside operation. It was no longer cutting-edge environmental work. The work had been done. We shifted out of recycling into this center, this office that was the umbrella group, a spokes group for environmental causes.
The Sierra Club, Audubon, California Native Plant Society, they didn't have their own offices then. They were all organized groups, environmental groups, and ECOSLO was the clearinghouse. If somebody had a question for Sierra Club, for example, they would call ECOSLO.
We would get pulled into all kinds of little concerns.
So the whole point, I'd say, of ECOSLO has been, in terms of a strategy, to build relationships and build collaborative actions and really try to bring people together around environmental causes.
That also was when ECOSLO's importance as a county-wide organization changed to more advocacy. And, membership fluctuated a lot. We had turnover in staff, turnover on board. But I think what's encouraging about ECOSLO is we're celebrating its 45th anniversary.
We just kept on plugging through. There were about 4 or 5 of us at that time working, a lot of volunteers. And I think it was sort of the passion for the cause. It was the people we were working with, good people. It was the hope that we could kind of keep an organization alive, because we were sort of the spokes group for a lot of issues that were important, that were happening. And so people believed in us. We wanted to kind of keep it alive, keep the flame burning. And partly it was survival.
This world needs as many environmental activists as possible. So even the little things that ECOSLO does, we just need a lot of these little organizations to work together to do a great thing.
It kind of gets contagious. I don't want to say excitement of it, but the involvement and the passion for the environment.
Anything I can do to help the environment feels like I'm just in a tiny way paying back for what I'm doing to this earth just by living in this paradise.
With an organization of our age, we've been serving San Luis Obispo County for a long time. We've had our ups and downs, we've had wins and shortfalls, but we're still here and we're still serving the community. And what we're focusing on is really the same things that we focused on when we started as an organization, and that's education, advocacy, and action. Until the environment is thought about first, our work is not done. So we have to keep doing this work and fight for the environment and speak for it. so that it is thought of.